Hello Year 8, this is Lesson 10 of Chapter 5, and today you are going to do a writing task. So, just a reminder of what happened in Chapter 5. It was early spring, and this is when the pigs, which are Snowball and Napoleon, fight over their plans for a windmill. Napoleon forces Snowball to run away. Everyone on the farm is now afraid of Napoleon, except the boxer. This is an extract from Chapter 5, when Napoleon is determined to exert his power and influence over Snowball, who he now feels is his rival, and the rest of the animals, so that they'll be too scared to question him. I am going to read it now with you. At this there was a terrible baying sound, and 9 enormous dogs wearing brass-studded collars came bounding into the barn. They dashed straight for Snowball, who only sprang from his place just in time to escape their snapping jaws. In a moment he was out of the door, and they were after him. Too amazed and frightened to speak, all the animals crowded through the door to watch the chase. Snowball was running across the long pasture that led to the road. Pasture is like a field. He was running as only a pig could run, but the dogs were close on his heels. Suddenly he slipped, and it seemed certain that they had him. Then he was up again, running faster than ever. Then the dogs were gaining on him. Again, one of them all but closed his jaws on Snowball's tail, but Snowball whisked it free just in time. Then he put on an extra spurt and, with a few inches to spare, slipped through the hole in the hedge and was seen no more. Okay, so the question we then need to answer is about language. So the question is, at the bottom, how does Orwell make this extract dramatic and exciting? Now, I have highlighted lots of red where I think it's dramatic and exciting, but you are going to choose 3 of those quotes in red. So we need to think about the language and how Orwell makes the language in this scene dramatic and exciting to show us how terrifying Napoleon now is. So what I would like you to do is read it through again and choose 3 of your favourite quotes to show the excitement and the drama, and I would like you to create a table and write down those 3 quotes. So you are now going to create a table like the one that I've put up in front of you. Ignore all the stuff in the main grey area. What I'd like you to think about is creating a table like the one above. When you have done that, I want you to put your quotes in the evidence column in the middle above. I am going to pause the PowerPoint now so that you can finish doing the table and putting down your evidence in the middle column, and then we'll start again. And can I just remind you that at any point you need to pause the PowerPoint and my audio so that you can fill in the information. That's absolutely fine. So now what you'll have in front of you is a table, and you'll also have your evidence, which is the quotes you've put in the middle. On the left hand side you are going to add in the points you want to make about those quotes, explaining how these quotes are dramatic and exciting. And on the right hand column you will try and explain how Orwell has made it dramatic and exciting by the language that he has chosen to use. So if you need to pause it again to add in your point and your explanation, then that is fine. Now what we're going to do is we're going to think about the points that you are going to make. Now obviously I don't know which quotes you have chosen. So what we're going to do is I'm going to explain to you the ones I've chosen, or the one I've chosen, and then we will run through it and you can get an idea of the kind of things we want you to be thinking about. So when you have a look at this quote about the dogs, the terrible baying sound outside, when I'm thinking about the point I want to make, I'm thinking about the noise of that verb baying. And I'm thinking that the noise of the dogs outside are creating a terrifying atmosphere for the animals. So that's what I've put down. Now, as you can see, I've underlined the verb baying, and I've just written verb to remind me. Okay. Now, why that's important is because we're talking about the language and how it is dramatic and exciting. So therefore, we need to be using the word class when we're talking about the quotes. So now we're going to have a look at my explanation and thinking about how my chosen evidence supports the point that I have made. So I've taken the idea of the importance of word class, and this is what I've said. The verb baying is a terrible sound, as it reminds me of the noise that a pack of wild wolves will make. The fact that this is terrible makes us understand that the noise is terrifying for the animals. Now, as you can see, I've added another one-word quote from that quote, terrible, just to further justify my answer. And as a reader, I am horrified by the auditory imagery. So auditory imagery is one of the five senses. It's when you can hear. And they're using words that make you hear. Okay, so the auditory imagery, and also fearful about what the dogs will do to the already scared animals. Now, as you can see, I've put quite a lot of my own thoughts and emotions into this explanation. And that's important because you want to show that the words have affected you, and so that you understand that Orwell was writing in a certain way in order to excite you and make a drama for you. Okay. It is now time to write a P paragraph using your own chosen quote. So you're going to make your point, you're going to back it up with your evidence, the quote you've chosen, and then you are going to analyze it or explain what that quote means, what it's doing regards to the language and how Orwell is making the language exciting and dramatic, and also how you personally feel about it. When you are finished, your teacher would like you to upload it onto Show My Homework. But if you can't or are not sure how to do that, then you can send it to them via email. Okay, so the last thing to say is well done, and remember that high quality work will earn you a lockdown point.